The European Union is motivated by a desire to punish the UK for Brexit, and is still unable to accept the result of the referendum more than 4 years later, a French MEP has said. Nicolas Bay also believes the EU is vengeful because Prime Minister Boris Johnson has exposed its weakness by forcing a renegotiation of the withdrawal agreement last year, despite Brussels previously saying this would not happen in any circumstances. Mr. Bay, a member of the right-wing National Rally Party led by Marine Le Pen, took aim at the European Commission in a fiery speech in the European Parliament on Wednesday in which he urged chief negotiator Michel Barnier to strike a deal which would preserve access to UK waters for French fishermen. He later told Express, "The desire to punish the UK and prevent it from reaching a tidy Brexit is clear. The simple prohibition in your country to negotiate trade agreements before the final exit from the EU is proof of this. These agreements could very well have been negotiated beforehand, waiting to be implemented. But Brussels insisted on banning it, in order to deprive London of all visibility and to be in a position of strength. Is this the behavior of a worthy partner?" Mr. Bay said the EU's dogmatic attitude was visible in other negotiating positions which he said were equally absurd. He explained, "From the start, the EU denied the UK access to the internal market if London did not accept free movement or submission to the EU Court of Justice. Compliance with European standards should also be non-negotiable, but that is exactly why you left. Even today, the EU wants to impose on the UK the case law of the ECHR in order to be able to cooperate in criminal matters. Why link all these different things?" For Mr. Bay, there was only one plausible reason for the treatment meted out to a country which has been a member of the EU since 1973, to teach it a lesson. He said, "The rigidity of Brussels in these negotiations cannot be explained other than by a desire to make Brexit painful for the British people, to set an example. This intransigence is present. When Boris Johnson came to power in 2018, it took him less than 3 months to force the EU to renegotiate a deal it claimed to be immutable. Brussels was also in denial," he said, adding, "The EU should already have accepted the referendum result, but it hasn't. Until the end, the EU believed in a second referendum, or in London's retreat from the prospect of a no deal."